All right, welcome to Between the Lines. We're going to be squinting because we're kind of looking in the sun. We're under the gun here on time. So I'm going to start this thing out this time. What? You don't
You
want me
always start them out, so
to... Do I?
yeah.
Oh, well, it wasn't anything new then. So Republican House Majority Leader Tom Emmer announced Tuesday that he would be reintroducing an anti-CBDC bill, and they're calling it the CBDC Anti-Surveillance State Act. First filed in late February, all in an effort to prevent the United States from issuing a digital dollar. Now, I mean, I hope this is true. I hope it goes through, but I don't know about you guys, but I don't trust anything those bastards in D.C. do. I don't care what party they're in. Obviously, I'm on the conservative side, but at the same time, they pull a lot of bullshit too. And is this really going to be an anti-surveillance bill, or is it going to be a pro-surveillance bill? Because whenever they name something that's supposed to be in favor of freedom, it's literally the opposite of that. So I hope this is legitimate. It would be great if that would pass. I see the whole world pushing for it. When I said the whole world, I mean the assholes that are running it. Not us, not you, not me. We know better. But they're all pushing for it, so it makes me wonder, what's really going to happen. And, comment below and tell us what you think. Do you think it's going to be a legitimate bill? Do you think it'll pass? Do you think it'll do anything? Or do you think it's just going to be a bill that they're going to pass? And then literally it's going to be what we don't want. So comment below and let us know. And, hey, guys, like and subscribe. This is a new channel. And, we'd all like to try to help each other, so let's grow together. Go ahead, Gina.
Since we don't have a lot of time, I just picked up a couple of informational things. We got requests for some information for maybe homeschooling for single moms. So I thought we'd talk about that a little bit. I know that's going to be a little more difficult when you're a single mom and you're trying to work and homeschool, but it is definitely possible. A little more challenging, but definitely possible. So it's going to depend on your job you work. And the time that you're home, of course, but some options would be to try to make money at home. I know it's a scary situation to change your career, but maybe you can find something where you could work at home and then you'd be at home with your kids all day. Look for moms who want to homeschool. There's more than you think out there. It's growing now with all the stuff that's going on. People are wanting to pull their kids from school but just don't understand how to do it. Look for moms that want to do the same thing. Maybe share babysitting with them and share teaching each other's kids. Just help each other out. If you have a father involved, the kids' fathers are involved in their life, hopefully in a good way. Maybe they would be willing to help you out, or parents or grandparents to help care for your kids or help teach your kids. Just sharing those duties would probably make it possible for you. It doesn't take that much time to homeschool. You're not sitting in a class like you are 6 to 8 hours a day in a public school. It's totally different. If you think pulling your kids out and putting them on a computer to do K-12, that's not homeschooling. That's just public schooling at home.
Right.
To actually homeschool does not take that long. Maybe a couple hours max a day. Especially if they're younger. You also don't have to start your kids schooling when they're 5 or 6. That's a public school thing. A lot of homeschoolers start when they're like 7 or 8, and they actually do better when they wait a little longer
It'd be
to start learning.
Wouldn't it be a shame just to let a kid be a kid? I mean, the whole system, the whole school system was set up when we hit the Industrial Revolution. By the Rockefellers. I mean, any of you can look this up. It's absolutely true. They wanted obedient workers to, lockstep into showing up, on an 8-hour shift, and we're still doing that shit today. But if you're an entrepreneur, you actually end up working longer than that. But the thing is, it's generally something that you want to do. But that system was set in place, and we're still doing it. And when you think about your lifespan, and what we're doing and how we're operating, it's really ridiculous that we still send our kids to this system, and so they can teach them to be a good little obedient, non-thinking individual. And anybody does think, they're considered a rebel and a troublemaker and a problem, which I would proudly hold that badge of honor.
Yeah.
Yeah.
If you do decide to take your kids out of school, especially in Indiana, I know the exact way that it should be done. There is a specific way that you should do it, because the public school system will tell you differently, and they will try to make you sign things that you don't need to sign. So comment below or message me directly or send an email. I can get you information on the exact way to pull your kids out of school. So also, I thought we'd talk about, since we got this virus season coming, maybe a couple of the products you should have on hand. Or
Is there a virus season?
Well, supposedly there's a virus season.
I think it's lack of sunlight season. That's what it is.
Anyway, a couple of products to have on hand if you was to start feeling sick, and maybe a couple of products to keep your immune system high so that maybe you just don't get sick at all.
Yeah. What do you suggest? Like D3 for sure. D3.
To keep your immunity up.
Yeah, and you can look this up. If you look up like Dr. Berg on YouTube.
And we're not medical physicians or anything.
Yeah, I don't think anybody needs to say that shit anymore. I mean, let's get real. We're just people talking to each other. Look up Dr. Berg on YouTube and start searching stuff, health-wise with that guy. That guy covers so much awesome stuff. You definitely need to go. Not that he needs more followers. I think he's got literally 11 million or something like that. But then
they just try to...
Yeah, they recently tried to censor him because they're changing.
Because he has too much information that helps people out.
Yeah, they're changing the regulations to where if it's not basically from the AMA or the WHO, then it's considered misinformation. So, yeah, I'm sure we're gonna have to end up on Rumble. We'll probably start just putting stuff on Rumble because I'm sure we're gonna get banned. I have no doubt in my mind.
Anyway, the vitamin D3 would probably be the number one thing that we would recommend to keep your immune system up. We always start taking that early fall and take that all winter long, and we take about 5,000 IUs a day.
Every day.
You can take some more, you can take a little less, but you want it to be enough because you're not getting that sunlight. What's another thing you probably wouldn't want to? Just a mineral vitamin supplement would be a big thing.
Yeah, a really good one's Trace Minerals. That's a good one you can throw in your water. You can look the company up. We don't have any affiliation with them at all, but we use this stuff. The other thing, I guess the number one thing besides getting sunlight if you can, and if you don't have to get the D3, is don't eat processed foods. And I know a lot of you are going to be like, whatever, but it definitely matters. So start incrementally eliminating that trash from your system, and try to eat more fresh and grass-fed meats. Definitely do that. It's a big game changer, just trying to clean up your diet.
And then a couple of products to have on hand in case you get sick. And I had posted something about this earlier this week, and I had a couple comments, so I'll clarify. Oregano oil, olive leaf oil, and Kaleidos silver.
Yeah.
People were asking about the olive leaf. It is olive leaf, not olive oil. Olive leaf oil and oregano oil, and you can take those on a regular basis, but normally they're for viruses they're an antibiotic. So once you started feeling sick, you want to start taking those.
All right.
I think that's it.
I think that is it.
Happy birthday to Jay. It's his birthday today, so wish him a happy birthday in the comments below.
Don't worry about
53.
it. Who cares? What? That's wrong. All right, we're going to go get on a boat.
Be the line.
Yeah, be the line.